Welcome back to Chapter 2, Not a Bird's Nest. All right, Miss Stacker just asked the children where they were from. Henry told the ranger they were visiting from Connecticut. We just got here. I can't believe we were lucky enough to see a sea turtle right away. You've come at a good time of the year, Miss Stacker said. The females come ashore from April to June to nest. And here's the most amazing part. They come back to the same beaches they were born on. Violet looked at the turtle nested down in the sand. She imagined it returning to the place years after it was born. The turtle had looked so lost coming out of the water. But now Violet saw that the animal knew exactly what it was doing. I think she's done laying her eggs, said Miss Stacker. Now watch what she does next. As the children watched, the turtle used her flippers to push sand on top of the eggs. Then she turned around and pulled herself slowly back towards the water. A wave caught the turtle, and within seconds, she had disappeared into the blue water. See, she did such a good job covering up the nest, you can't even tell where she was. Except for the flipper marks and the rope sticking out, Miss Thacker went to her vehicle, grabbed a white container, and brought it over to the nest. Then she did something that Benny did not expect. She started digging up the nest. When the ranger had dug enough sand so that the eggs were visible, she carefully picked up each one and put it into the cooler. The children could see there was sand in the bottom of the cooler, which helped keep the eggs in place. I thought they'd look like bird eggs, Benny said. These are round like ping pong balls. The ranger laughed. You're right. They do look like ping pong balls. Why are you taking them away? Violet asked. Won't the turtle come back to look for them? The mother doesn't come back to the eggs, the ranger explained. Turtles' eggs aren't like bird eggs. When the parents keep them warm, the sand and the sun, they do that. The eggs hatch on their own, and the little turtles make their way back to the ocean all by themselves. The ranger sighed. Well, that's the way it's supposed to happen, but these turtles are so endangered that it's important for every egg to hatch. Very few Kemp's Ridley sea turtles live long enough to lay their own eggs. She picked up the last egg, placed it in the cooler, and put the lid on. Coyotes, raccoons, even crabs like to eat the eggs. And because vehicles are allowed to drive on the beach, sometimes the sand gets pushed down and the hatchlings have trouble making it back to the ocean. We bring the eggs to our facility so they can be protected until they hatch, and then we release them. The ranger took out a marker and wrote on a label on the top of the container. We keep track of the date and place we find each nest, she said as she stood up. Today has been a busy day. I've collected eggs from 2 other nests, and I had a call about 1 more. She put the cooler back in her vehicle. It's not too far down the beach. Do you want to help me watch me collect those eggs too? The Aldens all agreed. They were curious to learn more about the turtles. The UTV went slowly, so the children didn't have any trouble keeping up on foot. A couple 100 feet up the beach, the ranger stopped and got out. She looked around with a frown. The nest is supposed to be right here, she said. But I don't see the marker. There should be an orange flag. I see something orange over there, Violet said, motioning towards the sand dunes. It looks like a flag, but it isn't stuck in the ground. Oh, that's not good, the ranger said, hurrying towards the dunes. The flag lay near a big hole in the sand, but there was no eggs inside. Not again, the ranger said. They're all gone. Next time will be Chapter 3, A Clue in the Night.